black uniforms, white numbers trimmed in orange. The Grizzlies of Glacier Peak, coached by Dave Thorne, are in the hunt with the 2-2 league record. And the Grizzlies have been hovering around the 500 mark the past several seasons. Last year they were 11-9, so a little bit of improvement there. With 6 seniors and a good mix of underclassmen, Glacier Peak hopes to improve upon last year's record and make a splash in the competitive Westco 4A. Monroe is coached by Matty Bishop, also with that 2-2 record to open the season. With 10 seniors on the roster, the Bearcats have been up and down so far in 2019, but know how to finish strong, putting together a 9-game win streak last year to propel Monroe to a district championship and a 4th-place finish. Both teams and attacking those blocks. And referees are checking the lineups for both teams. You see both teams out there huddling up. And let's take a look first at the visitors of Glacier Peak. Dave Thorne, their head coach, number 7. Now the setter, Frankie Hainan, wearing number 21, has checked in. And
Glacier Peak has service for the
bit of a correction on her name. She sometimes goes by Hannon, depending on, I think, what her teachers say, but she said generally it's Hainan. So Hainan it is tonight, and Glacier Peak will have the first serve as Gerges gets it over the net, and Norton with the big swing for Monroe, picked up by Annan. Somewhat of an off-speed swing by Glacier Peak, finds an opening, and the Grizz have a 1-0 lead here in the first set. Saw Glacier Peak about a week or so ago, and they put together now with the pass back to Sarah for Glacier Peak. There's another one. That's Caitlin Wheeler back there. And Barnes, who's going to Utah Valley. That particular serve.
number 7.
The other night against Lake Stevens has a lot of power on the big swings, but Monroe was long quite a bit. And this time a little more off-speed angle from the right. Celia Teague.
Substitution for the Bearcats, number 1, Elena Reese.
They score the point, 4-3, and Norton rolls back to serve. Norton favoring the left side of the court. Saw her last week deal some fast-paced service aces, and there that one goes into the net again. So 2 unforced errors on service and a double hit, and it is 5-3 Glacier Peak. Some subs coming in.
For the Grizzlies, number 10,
Sierra Fortier
Kara Hunter.
checking in, and Kara Hunter as well.
Serving, number 54, Sierra Fortier.
48, 5'7". Also is one of the setters, several good setters for a Glacier Peak. Barnes, the main setter for Monroe, sets up Davidson. Powerful swing again, a little bit too long. 6-3 out the back. Monroe just having some tough time with the angles on their power strokes there. Davidson goes after it into the crowd. Nice serve. She had to dive to her left, right down the line. 7-3 Grizzlies as Fortier working that right side.
Now, if she went up the steps and got the ball, would that be in?
I would imagine so. But then again, I have a vivid imagination. So, but the reason that I'm saying that is that you see the baskets, you can't see them on camera, but the baskets for basketball are raised up, and as the score goes to 8-3, if the volleyball hits those, it's in play. Sometimes it disrupts the timing, but they'll roll around a little bit like in a pinball machine. Hainan gets the pass. Barnes runs it down. Off speed. Nice dive by, that was Caitlin Wheeler to keep it alive, but then no one on the Grizz. Goes back line to Emma Gluth. Hainan with the nice dig and gets it right to Barnes. Barnes does a good job of getting to the spot as long as she has enough height to get to it. Barnes with another pass, back row. Sarah Day pounds that one, but well received by Fortier, back over the net, off speed. And the Grizzlies are doing a good job of picking up and covering the front line. And into the net, Remy Atwood, who has checked in.
Number 4, Addison Stratton.
So the score goes 9-4, and Coach Bishop may be going to a little bit different rotation tonight. And Addison Stratton checks in and promptly serves one out the back line, making the score 9-5.
Number 11, Avery Davidson.
Check in here. I don't think she was thinking about a carry into the net or not. Let's see. Let's see if we get the jump ball here. There it is, jump ball. We got a mulligan, it's a do-over. 9-6. What are you shaking your head about over there, Todd?
I think is this the only sport that has a mulligan?
I thought it was a golfing term, actually. I don't play very much golf, but I'll tell you what, I was the mulligan and divot king. Wow. Good pace on that, and just out by, I'm going to say a centimeter and a half, a little bit long.
I would have gone with an inch.
An inch, okay. That's like a centimeter and a half, I think. 10-6. And returning the favor is Emily Habib as she serves it long. And both teams with their share of some unforced errors. I have to listen to Hatinga Gerges. Long ways to go. It's up near the net. And Norton skies up there and basically dunks that one into the peak side, 13-9.
Number 8, Sarah Day serving.
And speaking of players of the game, Sarah Day was our player of the game here last week as well on Thursday. So had an opportunity to see both these teams. Hainan with a good save as it was headed for the sideline, and there's a dive by Gerges. Nice back row hit. Monroe with an opportunity. Back row, Day dug out of there by the libero. Okay. 16-10 is the score. In the first set here still. Sierra Fortier just to the right of midcourt. Finds Davidson high in the air. Nice reception there. And the pound off of Hansen. She gets it up in the air though, and the Grizzlies had somebody slid under the net, and it was Teague up in the air. The swing went at the angle away from Teague, so 17-10 again. Talked about net play being one of the keys to the match tonight. And there's another.
Slide out, Bearcats.
That looked like an ephus pitch that you might see in baseball where suddenly the major league pitcher lobs one up to the plate. 17-11. And there's a serve with some pace on it, and underneath the net goes Fortier. Monroe gets the point. Elena Ruiz. Back row, it's Hansen. Gets it to Fortier. She goes back behind her. Ruiz gets it in the air to Barnes. Back row now. Set up opportunity for the Grizzlies. Now Monroe with an opportunity. Back row, Sarah Day Hammers that one off a Wheeler. She got it up in the air, but nobody there. 17-13. Ruiz again. Back at the service line. Hansen gets it to Soderblom up near the net. Unable to get to it is Akara Hunter. And we've got a timeout with the score 17-14, and we're going to take a commercial break. Don't go away here on STSPN.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Fan.
Back. Coach Thorne going to question that, but it was obvious. Her foot over the line. When Coach Thorne watches that, he will see, well, maybe if we've got the angle, he'll see that she was clearly there, but trying to get the call, it's going to be Ruiz again. Sometimes coaches try to do some things maybe to disrupt the rhythm. I never did that when I was coaching basketball, ever. 17-15 is the score, maybe once in a while. 48 sets it up off speed. Monroe going to have a chance here. Barnes high in the air, back row. Sarah, no, it's not Sarah Day. It was Sarah Day.
Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 4.
Hammers it out of play. 18-15.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Over the early portion of this contest and also Tuesday night against Lake Stevens kept going a little bit long, and there's another net serve in this contest. There's been a plethora of them by both teams. This time it was Habib, 21-17. Frankie Hainan rolls it over the net. 48 with the set. Nice block by Norton. Set up again. It's a pass to the middle. Hansen picks it up. Left-handed swing by Megan Perry, and now opportunity for Monroe. Hansen again. Backline play, and Soderblom pounds that one from left to right, and it is set point coming up here.
Goods Products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
To serve for the Bearcats. Nice knuckleball received well by Glacier Peak. And now the Bearcats will have an opportunity to set up, and now it's Glacier Peak, and there's a double block. That was Norton. So Krista Norton and Zoe Yates, who has checked in with the double block, and the Bearcats have the lead for the first time in this contest. Back again, it's Soderblom on the reception. Gerges, nice set up, and good block again by Monroe. They have Fortier back to serve for the Grizz. Hainan checks in, the libero for the Bearcats. Fortier had a good stretch serving in the first set. Barnes sets up Day, and she pounds it down the line. Fortier is trying to self-protect there. Peak in the first set, and momentum. Fickle goddess. So it seems to be a real thing as we've watched it go back and forth over sporting events all the time. And what do we got here? We got a shoe underneath the net for Monroe, a little bit too close, and it goes 13-7. Gerges, the 5-4, one of the setters for Glacier Peak, back serving. Just loops the thing over, and Monroe having trouble with it. They finally get it over. Gerges with the big set, and a left-handed power swing by Megan Perry. 6'1" right-sider, and she goes from right to left, 13-8. And now the umpires are going to have a discussion. And while they are doing that, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow night, STSPN will be having a broadcast football, high school football, 3A Shorecrest at Snohomish. The Scots versus the Panthers. Now we've got a little bit longer delay here. And I hope this is important because you hate to see those kinds of things. Both teams were starting to get into a pretty good rhythm here. And the athletic director is going to have a discussion with some of the student section. Naughty, naughty. Seen that before at high school events.
I think they were defaming one of the Glacier Peak players.
That's a good way to get yourself ejected here. And the sad thing about that is that we've got a good match going on. Both teams were starting to find some rhythm. We had some good volleys, and now basically we got to start all over again. And you can't blame.
Okay, Bearcats have a warning for the fans calling out the signals. So this is a warning, no more signal calling out. I'm not sure, but we're going to have a warning in the next one.
Okay, so the signals is basically
I think that's not.
That's not what it is. Is it?
That's what they said publicly, but I was listening to a couple of the chants.
Number 34, Monica serving.
Okay, at any rate, Monica Gerges now, and let's see if the players from both teams can recover from that. Ruiz, nice pass to Barnes, so that looked pretty good. Stratton, and just going to play the over, so both teams seem to have mentally recovered and are right back into the flow. Davidson takes a peek at the double block, tips it right over off speed, just dumps it into the open court, 14-8.
Substitution for the Bearcats.
It's going to bring Yates back in.
Serving number 7, Barnes.
Barnes jump serve off of Hansen. Nice pass. Gerges sets up. Perry played by the Bearcats, and Yates, big swing but pounds that one out, and that's something that has been plaguing the Bearcats the last couple of matches that we've seen them, 14-9. Soderblom with the serve. Yates again, this time goes left to right. So she's tried each angle so far, maybe trying to do a little bit too much with not exactly having the timing off of the pass completely set for. She had a nice kill a little earlier. Davidson again finds an open spot with the dump shot. And once again, Barnes with the assist, and it's 15-10. Nevertheless, Glacier Peak, who won the first set, they are hanging around down 5. Davidson with the serve. Soderblom, and nice block. I will say that one, Norton and Day. Norton really kind of keying those blocks at the net for the Bearcats. Gerges, nice pass, push to the back. Now the Bearcats going to have a set. Soderblom, nice pass again to Gerges. Short set, that's going to go off the block. That's going to be a point for Glacier Peak. So players up front having a discussion for Glacier Peak, maybe making some adjustments. 16-11. And Kate Hansen to her counterpart, Hainan, to liberos. Soderblom passes to the middle. Gerges just drops it over. Diving and popping it up into the air is Barnes, but a couple of players anticipated, maybe zigged when they should have zagged, and it's 16-12. Good match tonight. Not perfectly played, but the energy's good, and teams are working hard. Nice double block that time. Habib and Perry over there for the Grizz, and it is 16-13. Hainan plays that, and Hainan's going to have to play the over. And Perry once again, self-protection. Nice dig and makes a good pass out of it. Monroe will have an opportunity. Off speed, the block by Habib. The middle blocker gets there, and it is 16-14. And once again, you get that sense of the momentum switching. Lob, knuckleball, Hainan, pass to Barnes. Off speed goes Monroe. Gerges sets up her teammate, and Norton with the block again.
Norton, the block at the net. Substitution for the Bearcats, number 2, Tiana Kuntz.
Well, Norton is doing a good job of getting to the spot with the other front blockers. She got the block. Day was on the other side. That's a formidable block at the net, and Monroe going to try to seize back the momentum here as they lead 17-14. And going to just play the over. They do. Ball rolls down the net, though, as Habib tries to pass it over the net. And like a tightrope walker, the ball rolls about 4 feet down the net. Which side would it favor? And it favored Monroe as it fell into Peak territory. 18-14 is the score. Gerges going to go back line this time. Monroe with an opportunity. Davidson just plays the over. Gerges goes to her teammate Wheeler. Block was there, but goes out.
For the Grizzlies, number 10, Kara Hunter.
Norton going to get back in the game. She's been tough at the net tonight, 18-15. And it's Fortier for the Grizzlies. Going to have the service, right side of center. Knuckleball. Barnes sets up Day. And that one is hammered down the left line.
Substitution for the Bearcats.
Some good chemistry there, generally between those two, Barnes and Day, 19-15. Ruiz in to serve. Bearcats trying to hold on to tie it up here in the second set. Off the net, service ace. As when the serve comes with good power, that disrupts things when it climbs over the net. Coach Thorne going to call the timeout at 20-15 and talk it over with Monroe leading here in the second set. We'll be right back on STSPN. Don't go away. Welcome back. Mike Buckholtz here at Monroe High School along with Todd Elvig. And Glacier Peak with a one-set lead. That lead is now in danger as in the second set, Monroe has a 20-15 lead coming out of the Peak timeout. So let's see what sort of strategy was discussed as Elena Ruiz serves to Glacier Peak. And Peak's is going to have to play the over here. Heenan passes to her setter, and they go to Sarah Day. Dug out of there at the net. Teague takes a swing at it. Timing just a little bit off. Coach Bishop gives her a word of encouragement. It is 20-16, and Addison Stratton going to serve for Glacier Peak. Sarah Day, big swing. Partially blocked, and now Soderblom. And did that get hit or not? It did get hit. It went out, but tipped off of the front block, and it's 20-17. Glacier Peak not going away. Stratton, the 5'4 sophomore. Serves from the right side. Davidson from Monroe. Barnes sets up Day. Off speed, no one there.
Boy, they beat him with that play.
Nice dump shot there.
I don't know, 10 points worth.
Yeah, that's a little bit like the play action pass, so to speak, you know, where you're pounding it, and then get the little dump shot. Hansen, once again, she does a nice job of serve reception. That one long, Soderblom, 2 centimeters long that time, 22-17. Monroe 3 points away from tying this one up. Sarah Day right in the middle of the court. Hansen with the reception. Fortier, and it's back and over. Block at the net by Habib. Glacier Peak just playing the over. Hansen gets it back to Haanen. Barnes going to set up Davidson. And good rally. Both teams back and forth. Off speed, picked up by Ruiz of Monroe. Day back deep, hammers it off of Fortier. Can Stratton get to it? She did, and the over. Wow. Good hustle there. And Teague comes up and hammers it out of play. So that hustle play by the Grizzlies pays off. Hard fought point. Good rally by both teams. Once again, Monroe trying to be a little bit too fine with their big spikes there, 22-18. Wow. As Barnes, instead of the pass, dumped it over. Peak saves it, but they save it right to Davidson. And she just dumps it back to the empty spot, 23-18. Frankie Haanen And back with the serve. Stratton, 48 for Glacier Peak, goes to Soderblom, and Soderblom takes it into the net, 24-18. Set point.
Would that be a brick in basketball?
Possibly, yeah. And that one spins out. Glacier Peak still alive.
Substitutions for the Grizzlies, number 34.
They're on life support.
Yeah, they are.
Number 11, Megan.
I had a different name for it. When the layups would go short, they wouldn't get it up, and it would go in. I don't want to say what I called it, though. It's 24-19. Ruiz.
Oh,
Just get it over, girls. 25-19, second set. It goes to the Bearcats, 25-19. So we are on to set 3. This game guaranteed to go at least 4 sets. 2 evenly matched teams. I would not be surprised
if it goes to 5.
Goes to 5. So, but right now we've got a 3-minute break. So don't go away. We'll be back after these commercial breaks here on STSPN.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back. I don't want to hear any Seahawks score until I get home and watch it. We are here on STSPN. Monroe and Glacier Peak in a deadlock, 1 set each, best of 5. And both teams playing very hard. Seen a lot of nice athletic plays here, but also kind of sharing the unforced errors here as the momentum goes back and forth. Glacier Peak winning the first set 25-17, Monroe 25-19, and Glacier Peak will have the service. And Monroe sets up Norton. Norton hammers that one. So the Bearcats got the lead to start the second set, never relinquished it, and now they have the lead to start the third set. Barnes serving for the Bearcats. Gerges with the set for Glacier Peak. Off speed it goes. Haanen sets up her teammate Davidson. It's blocked. Picked up by Norton, and now Davidson goes over. Glacier Peak going to have a set from the back row. So good rally going on. Yates Good decision that time, gets it over. Barnes, nice pickup, goes to Davidson off speed. Nice hustle by Gerges. Good hustle over in the side by Hansen. She almost plows into the scores table, but the ball goes out. 2-0 Monroe, hard-fought point. Received by Wheeler. Soderblom, about a foot out, going from right to left, trying to paint that back corner line, and Coach Thorne going to call timeout, and that's going to bring us to a commercial break. 3-zip here, set number 3. We'll be right back on STSPN.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
So I had one ear off, and he started going Russell Wilson's, and I don't want to hear it. Bearcats come out of the timeout and serve long. So it's 3-1. Sophia Soderblom trying to paint that back corner again, picked up by Davidson. Back line, Sarah Day, too strong, 3-2. So just like that, the Grizzlies are back in. Soderblom to Davidson to Barnes. And Norton is having a match tonight. And of course, sort of the unsung heroes on those big kills a lot of times are the setters. Nice assist once again by Barnes. Davidson with the service, skims the net. Gerges sets it up, and Norton again. Sarah Day and Norton with the double block. It looked like it was Day that time. 5-2. Monroe going to try to extend their lead. Two fairly evenly matched teams, and there's another important match tonight, by the way, with Lake Stevens at Mount Vernon. Both those teams undefeated, and there's the centipede service ace. As the ball hits the net, finds 100 feet, crawls over. Creepy crawls, and it's an ace. 6-2. And there's another service ace. So, yeah, they have. They've kind of flipped that switch to start the second set, and everybody's making contributions here. And another service ace. And let's see where she goes again. 8-2 is the score. Soderblom, and now she's moving over to the other side, so it looks like they're making an adjustment on reception. No, they're not. Moved back now, and this time goes to Hansen, who's just been solid on those receptions, and good dive. Tough play here, and whistle has blown by the umpire, and now we're going to have another conference. Mulligan, perhaps. And here we go again. Jump ball again. Inadvertent whistle. Wow. 8-2. That means a do-over, and here's the do-over. And it's Hansen of Glacier Peak sets up Gerges. Now opportunity for Monroe. Back line, Davidson. Soderblom, nice pass this time. Short set. Yates, and now Barnes. Norton, out. Tried to go from the middle to the right angle. Maybe tried to cut it a little short. The opening was there, but it's 8-3. And Kate Hansen into the net. 9-3, and that is not what Coach Thorne was looking for, an unforced error. And we got a couple of subs. We got one sub waiting to come in. It's going to be Tiana Kuntz checking in. And she goes back to serve for, and she replaces Norton. And let's see. Now we got something else going on over here with the umpire. Now we're ready. 9-3, making Tiana wait at the service line. Left, it's Hansen. Gerges, big swing over there by Caitlin Wheeler with the kill for Glacier Peak as she goes deep middle. We have illegal procedure on the sub end.
Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 12, Jordan Sprink.
Jordan Sprink going to come in and serve for Glacier Peak. Sprink, a 5'4" senior. 9-4 is the score. Sarah Day Barnes going to get it back. It's not. Block at the net by Habib of Glacier Peak. Again, Habib with 2 blocks. Good timing there. And that is what Peak did in the first set. And in the second set at the net, it was all Monroe. Barnes with an off-balance, beautiful pass to Sarah Day. 9-5.
Substitution for the Bearcats, number 1, Elena Reese.
10-5 now the score. Ruiz near the middle. Wheeler picks it up and gets it back, pounds it off the double block. Point goes to Glacier Peak. 10-6.
Number 4, Addison Stratton.
And Stratton now with 2 volleyballs. I wonder how difficult it would be to serve 2 at once. So she gets rid of that one to the ball rollers. Ruiz serves, Barnes sets, Day swings and gets the kill. Bumps that spike, 11-6. Sarah Day
Serving for the Bearcats, Sarah Day.
rotates back for service for the Bearcats. Set 3 tied at 1 set each. Hansen with the receive. Short set drop. Barnes, a good dive to fill in on the dump shot over the blocks, but could not get it to a teammate. 11-7. The Slurpee score. Habib with the service. Ruiz to Barnes, has it blocked, avoids going under the net. Played by Hunter. And now Monroe with an opportunity, and there it goes over the basket and almost through. We talked about that earlier. Soderblom gets a nice pass and swings and gets the kill. And she got the pass from Fortier, who's back serving. 11-8 now is the score. Glacier Peak, 2 setters they play with. It's Fortier now. Big swing by Davidson. Left to right angle, long. Those long shots continue to haunt the Bearcats. Glacier Peak creeping back in here, 11-9. Sarah Teague with the swing picked up by Monroe, and once again is that Soderblom over there with the kill. 11-10. Coach Bishop going to call timeout. So good volleyball here being played. Wesco 4A match. Monroe 11, Glacier Peak 10, tied at 1 set each. We'll be right back.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back, Mike Buckholtz, STSPN. Coming out of the timeout, Glacier Peak with the serve. Habib serves it out, so the timeout by Bishop. Coach Bishop
Serving for the Bearcats, Frankie.
of Monroe pays off, 12-10. Hanen back to serve. Hansen with the receive. Blocked at the net is Soderblom. Hansen again at the net. 13-10. Hanen with the service. Lob this time. Dive by Stratton. And play the over. Soderblom just comes up and hammers it, but Monroe gets it. Davidson off the block. Stratton dives. Davidson goes down the line, and so Stratton can't get to it. It is 14-10. Set number 3 here on STSPN. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. High school football, Shorecrest at Snohomish. Hansen, handcuffed by that one. Service ace, Frankie Hanen. 15-10. Hanen again. It's going to be Soderblom off the lob. Alert play, but Barnes dives and saves it from Monroe. Day comes from the back line and hammers that one into the net. Maybe trying to hang in the air. Swings on the way down, changes the trajectory, and it is 15-11. Monica Gerges back to serve for Glacier Peak. Nice play close to the net for Monroe. Nice setup for Glacier Peak, but blocked again. This time it is Avery Davidson with the block, 16-11.
Substitution first, number 15,
Zoe Yates. And the body language from Monroe is just much better tonight than it was on Tuesday, as you could kind of see the wind go out of their sails. They met a very good team, Glacier Peak, and underneath the net goes Soderblom. Trying to get the save. She got the save, but overslid second base and got called. 17-11 is the score. Barnes, powerful serve. Glacier Peak is having a tough time getting into rhythm right now, and it's 18-11, and that's a good timeout by Coach Thorne as we're in the third set. And once again, we're going to go to commercial break here on STSPN. Mike Buckholtz along with Todd Elvig, and we'll be right back.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back. Another short timeout. They get a full minute, and both teams have really been kind of taking care of what they need to say in about 30 to 40 seconds, and we're ready to go. Brooke Barnes back to serve. Barnes having a good game before the Bearcats. It's been pretty steady the whole time that we've seen here. And swinging into the net, Megan Perry, 19-11, and once again, kind of looking at the body language, Glacier Peak looking a little gobsmacked, confused, out of sorts there. Gerges with a nice set, and there, do they respond? They do. Point goes to Glacier Peak, as there was a dive, but the ball bounced, so hard-fought point. You see the Bearcats trying to get back in, and Glacier Peak got the point, but good dive again. Davidson takes a little off of it this time, and it's played. Got a good volley going on here. Norton, and once again, Hansen with the reception. Hainan this time. Nice pass to Yates. Block, sets on top of the net for a moment, allows the recovery for Glacier Peak. And they get the over. Davidson with another opportunity. Gerges with a good dig. Soderblom from the back row, maybe trying to do a little too much. Kind of flat-footed into the net, 20-12.
Serving for the Bearcats, number 11.
Just try to get the over on that, maybe cutting it a little bit too fine. Davidson. Service back deep. Played by Glacier Peak. They set up, block at the net. Once again, Norton and Yates. And they indicate it was Norton underneath the net. Norton has 21-12. 1976 Rush album is the score. And now it's, oh, they changed it back to 20-13. They had it wrong. Now it's 21-13. Todd's a big Rush fan. He's been waiting for that 21-12 score for about a week and a half here. And we still didn't get it. It will be a service for Monroe. Tiana Kuntz. Played by Wheeler. And Habib goes off speed in the middle. And Glacier Peak will have another opportunity, and this time it's a full swing and power out by Megan Perry, as her trajectory is too far. 22-13. What's that? Yeah, Monroe playing with a little more confidence here. Kuntz again with the service. Glacier Peak off the block, and it is the point for Peak.
Side out Grizzlies. Substitution for the Bearcats.
Nice swing over on the far side. I believe that was Megan Perry coming back with the kill.
Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 10.
Kara Hunter checks in for Glacier Peak. 22-14 though, so if Glacier Peak's going to take the third set, they have their work cut out for them. Jordan Sprink with the service. Barnes, nice set. It is Yates with the kill. Pounds it off the double block of Habib and Hunter. 23-14. Now, that's got to be one of the hardest things, is keeping it in when you're part of a block, especially on the big swings. Glacier Peak simply plays the over. Davidson goes off speed this time. Hunter picks it up. Trying to fist it over is Glacier Peak's Wheeler.
Blocks it. It stays in play.
And Monroe looking at set point here with Ruiz on the service. Ace. Third set, 25-14. Monroe now leads 2-1. So a little bit of change of fortune here for Glacier Peak and Monroe both. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here after this commercial break. Don't go away on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Mike Buckholtz on STSPN, and we're getting ready for the fourth set here. Been an interesting contest tonight. Both teams with a record of 2-2. Monroe with the 10 seniors really trying to recapture some of that magic that they had last year, especially at the end of the season as Monroe put together a 9-game win streak at the end of the season, which helped them win the district championship and their first 2 games at state. Ultimately lost a couple, but ended up finishing 4th at state and beating one of the rivals, Lake Stevens, who won league but finished 2nd at district and 5th at state. Lake Stevens at Mount Vernon tonight. Mount Vernon having a good stretch as well. They're 4-0, Lake Stevens 4-0, so the winner of that contest will be all alone in first place. And they've got a log jam here with 4 teams with a record of 2-2, and part of that log jam will be broke tonight depending on the outcome of this contest. Monroe with the service, it will be Brooke Barnes. And very nice, powerful serve. Gerges, good set. And already bodies flying everywhere as players are diving off and on both sides. Soderblom tried to get to it and had a missed touch. 1-0 Monroe. Now Monroe trailed the entire first set and has had the lead since that time, leading in the second set and the third set and now in the fourth set. Big swing by Sarah Day, and once again, the big swing, big hit goes long. Side out, Glacier Peak. Soderblom to Haanen. Glacier Peak gonna get the set. It is Wheeler, and a good touch on the help, but it goes out for Monroe, and Glacier Peak has come back and taken their first lead since they won in the first set. So we are officially back and forth now. Barnes sets up Norton. Norton hammering that one. And once again, another outstanding pass. So rhythm favored Glacier Peak in the first set, and the second, third set to Monroe, and remains to be seen here in set 4. And once again into the net, Jaden Foster of Glacier Peak. And the body language for both teams, it looks like Glacier Peak has lost a little confidence here. Habib over to the side, makes a good pass. Davidson back row, nice dive by Habib. And now Monroe with an opportunity to set, and it's Norton, nice dig by Soderblom. Wheeler with the over for Glacier Peak. Monroe plays it, and coming in, Emma Gluth just tried to get it over the net. Coach Thorne saying just use the one hand and tap it over, as 4-2 now, Monroe. Received by Glacier Peak, and that back row over, and Soderblom not trying to swing for the kill, just trying to get it over, and it sailed on her a little bit, but hit the back line squarely. So very much under control there. Not trying to do too much, just trying to get the over, and gets the point, 4-3. Hansen serving. Monroe with the setup. Sarah Day with the kill over on the left. And another good pass. Tiana Kuntz checks in for the Bearcats. 5-3 is the lead. Glacier Peak trailing. There's the pass, and they go to Soderblom back line again, this time played by Monroe. Pass to Yates, blocked by Habib, who's having a solid game at the net as well. It's been a net battle. Habib and Norton, one for each team, and both of them, of course, getting help from the other talls. But the middle blockers both doing a pretty good job for both teams tonight. Jordan Sprink, service. And Sarah Day. Barnes has to go a long way. Great pass to Sarah Day back by Barnes, but Glacier Peak with the opportunity now once again, and it's Teague too long on the swing. And Coach Bishop up with a quick word as we are tied at 5. So the Grizzlies not going away. Sarah Day to Davidson, back to Day. Blocked by Habib, no one there to pick it up. 6-5.
Substitution for the Bearcats, number 1,
Elena Ruiz. Once again, been solid at the service line. Glacier Peak, Wheeler just has to hit it over. And they're going to pass it to Day. She taps it. Peak again. They're going to go to Wheeler. Blocked at the net. Wheeler picks it up. Pass over to the left side. Excellent pass. Kara Hunter finishes it off with the kill. So good passing by Glacier Peak. And we're tied at a half a dozen each. Addison Stratton going to check in.
Addison Stratton. Addison serving.
Stratton will have the serve. We are in set number 4. Wow. Down the line spinning, picked up by Monroe. Hansen again with a good dig. Soderblom was going to go for the kill, decided just to get the over. That was a good decision. Block at the net and trying to get the ball over. Hansen goes under, over to the side. Players diving everywhere, trying to make hard fought point, trying to make the save. 7-6, Monroe. Sarade. Service ace. Glacier Peak, little miscommunication. Both players in the back, Hansen and Stratton, just backed up away from it. The ball took a dive at the end. 8-6 is the score. Sarade, number 8, serving. Hansen receives. And a swing and out again by Glacier Peak, 9-6. Jordan Sprink in now, acting as the setter for Glacier Peak. Sarade, Hansen, Sprink dumps it over, played by Monroe. And into the net goes Teague. Just kind of caught. It was a short set. I think she was expecting a higher set. Looked like she was going to go for the big swing and mistimed that just a little bit. 9-7. Habib with the service for a Glacier Peak. Barnes, another good pass. Spink behind her head. Sprink, I should say, sorry. Bearcats again, just out of sync a little bit.
Serving for the Bearcats,
10-7.
number 21, Frankie.
That's Hainan with the serve. Stratton, Sprink, and Monroe with an opportunity. They're going to go with Davidson. And Glacier Peak going to have to simply play the over. Here's another set and a short, and it is Norton, and she's long. And she goes from right to left.
Substitution for the Grizzlies.
And
34,
Monroe gets good looks. It just seems like they're
34,
trying to go just to hammer it a little bit too hard, and it goes long. Monroe will set up again. Davidson. Good effort, 4 hits as diving to try to save it. Several players, and none of them can get it up high enough for the over, 11-8. And now it's Barnes back serving.
Did you
Barnes.
say you wanted Seattle score?
No, do not tell me the score. Hansen off of the basketball backboard, and that changed the timing. And I mentioned that earlier, that the backboards that are down are in play, and that one was going up and hit it and ricocheted off quickly and disrupted the timing to the benefit of Monroe. 12-8. Service ace, Barnes. 13-8. Ball being rolled back slowly. Barnes having to wait. So it's been all Monroe since the first set. Soderblom, service ace, as she can't handle it. We may see a timeout here by Coach Thorne, and we will. 14-8 is the score. Set number 4, Monroe leading 14-8 and 2-1. We'll be right back on STSPN. Well, welcome back, STSPN, as Monroe, definitely feeling better than they were in the first set, have found their rhythm, up 14-8. Trying to regain that magic that got them to state last year. Hansen, another good reception. Stratton just the overplayed. And wanting maybe the carry. They don't get the call, but to no avail, as Monroe hammers it anyway. And it is 15-8.
We might be changing the schedule next week.
Yeah, well, you know, we saw this a little bit last Tuesday where, you know, as it continues, and again, once again, looking at the body language as another service ace by Barnes, and Glacier Peak playing very well, not only in the first set, but having some moments in the other sets, but unable to sustain it and trying to fire their team up.
I'm seeing some really uncharacteristic poor judgment. Of course,
there's a nice set. Kill by Emma Gluth. Got a nice pass.
Number 16, Caitlin Wheeler.
Well, right, and the decision making in the spur of the moment when, you know, the game speeds up for you and you're just out of sync. But a lot of that has to do with the passing to the setter. A lot of what Glacier Peak seems to be doing now is going back row. Now you saw that pass. It was not by the setter, Barnes. It was one of the other players trying to get it over to Yates, and Yates just had to save it, and 16-10. So good stretch by Monroe, but still Glacier Peak within 6, and you know, a couple of points, and the momentum changes back and forth. So it makes it fun. That's why the coaches get the big money as well.
oh yeah.
Soderblom. Service out, and so again you kind of look at that. Here's your opportunity to get back in, and instead you just miss with the serve, and it's a side out, and you give it back to the team that's got the hot hand, and Davidson hammers a nice serve over. Barnes gets it up in the air. Hainan with the good pass over to Day. Nice job there, and nice swing by Wheeler. Good block attempt by Yates, but it ricochets quickly down to the floor, and it's 17-11. It's the same thing now with Hansen serving, trying to get her team back in it. Barnes, another good set today. Back row, Yates. Block at the net by Wheeler. Good job. So Wheeler quietly putting together a good match.
I thought you couldn't touch the net no matter what. Can you touch the net after you've hit the ball?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of net touching. And
I'd like to ask one of the referees about the ruling on the specifics of the net play there. That's a good question. Because if the ball goes into the net and comes and hits you and you're standing there, is that your fault? Nice pass, goes off the block.
Side
Out, no touch on the block.
Substitution for the Bearcats, number 2, Tiana Kuntz.
Fortier
And Tiana serving.
Monica Gerges with the good pass, and it is 18-12. Always a good trivia question. What year did the War of 1812 end? Brings out the history buff in me. Underneath the net and not getting called is Barnes, and the point goes to Monroe as she's clearly stepped over.
18-12.
No, that is what year it started, though. Ended in 1814, but they kept fighting until 1815. Because they didn't.
I wouldn't have had any idea.
They didn't have Instagram back then. And it's out. So the Grizzlies get the point.
Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 10, Kiara Hunter. Number 12,
There's that famous song, of course, the Battle of New Orleans. And
12, Jordan.
I don't know if you're not old enough to remember that. That was way before your time.
I don't know about way.
1913.
Well, that's way.
Monroe set up Day off speed. Picked up by Sprink of Glacier Peak. Monroe going to have another set. They go back line Davidson. Soderblom going to get it back. And she hammers it off of Barnes, who picks it up. Hainan going to play the over. Good volley here. Short set. Tap. Hainan gets it. And Yates back to Davidson with a decent pass. Got a swing on it. Picked up by Glacier Peak. And back and forth we go. Day finds the opening. Wow. Both teams playing well in that rally. But the momentum favoring the Bearcats. Glacier Peak with the set. Barnes going to go back row. Kind of got in the way of Davidson, so going to be an opportunity here for Peak and Wheeler. Too long. 21-13.
Substitution for the Bearcats, number 27, Savannah Thomas.
Barnes going to have a seat, a rare substitution out.
I think we were already in the truck on Tuesday at this time.
Off the net on the service. Goes back row as Hettinga. Good pace on that serve.
Substitution for the Grizzlies.
Savannah Toma has checked in for the Bearcats. It's 21-14. They lead, and Stratton back to serve. Hainan Toma, nice pass today. She hammers it off the double block of Habib and Hunter, and it's 22-14. And sometimes it's things like that where you get the good block, but you got a nice powerful swing and it goes off the block, so the blockers do what they're supposed to do, but the other team gets the point. Hunter goes off speed. Good decision there. No one home. 22-15.
Nobody home.
Grizzlies, number 9, Emily.
Habib serving for Glacier Peak. Toma with the nice pass over to Davidson. Davidson simply gets the over and back to them, so Toma gets it to Hainan, and Davidson going to take a shot at it. Glacier Peak picks it up, though. Soderblom comes in. Toma going to go behind to Teague, and it's out of play over the head of Soderblom.
Side out, Bearcats.
Excuse me. Feel the cold coming on.
Hey.
Don't like that. 23-15.
Move down.
You don't want to get cozy up here, huh? 23-15.
Man, oh man, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have kissed you.
I didn't really notice it here till tonight. Just a little while ago. Big swing. Glacier Peak staying there. Staying alive. 23-16. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, staying alive.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
No,
you started. I'm sorry. I interrupted. Oh, that was going to be a moment here. Todd singing Staying Alive. You got to get that high voice going with that. Davidson just taps it over. 24-16. It is set and match point. Toma back to serve. Yates going to come in, and some preliminary celebration going on here by the Bearcats. Don't forget, we'll have our player of the game presentation right after this contest. Glacier Peak trying to stay alive. He's trying to get Todd to sing again. Over, and there it is. Monroe prevails 25 to 16. So it goes 3 games to 1. Glacier Peak falls to 2-3 and league. The Bearcats go to 3-2. Go to commercial break. We'll have an interview with our STSPN Player of the Game brought to you by Adrenaline Fundraising right after this, so don't go away.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
All right, welcome back. Mike Buckholtz here on STSPN, and I'm here with our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game, senior setter for the Monroe Bearcats, and a happy senior setter, Brooke Barnes. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good bounce-back game after the tough loss to Lake Stevens.
Yes.
And you looked a little sluggish in the first set. So what was discussed between sets, because the team came out with way more energy and it was positive energy?
I think just realizing that we had a lot more in us to fight, and that wasn't how we normally play, and so we wanted to come back and fight strong, and that's what we did, and it was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, it looked like as the momentum kind of switched, and you had it looked like you were having a lot of fun out there. So. Nice job. I don't have any stats on you tonight, but you were getting some nice passes off of the serve, which I'm going to assume makes it easier for you to do.
Yes.
To do
a lot easier.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your teammates tonight and maybe some of the play at the net that I thought was instrumental in your victory tonight as well.
Yeah, I love my teammates. We have amazing team chemistry, and we're all best friends, and it's always super fun on the court. We're always there for each other, and we always support each other no matter what. And they do all the hard work. They make everything look good. So, yeah.
I hear you've already made some plans for your senior season or after your senior season. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so actually in 3 months I'm going to be graduating and moving to Utah, and I'll be playing volleyball at Utah Valley University, which is where I'm from. So I'm stoked about that, and I'm super excited for that opportunity.
And where is that located in Utah?
Near Provo.
Okay.
So it's about an hour south from Salt Lake City.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you graduated early. Going to
Yes.
head down there and do that. So,
Yeah.
you have made any decisions on what you're going to be studying?
Yeah, I really want to be a psychiatrist, so I'll be majoring in psychology and then seeing where that takes me.
Oh, okay. I was a psychology teacher for years and
Yeah.
years, so it can be a lot of fun. All right. Well, here's your T-shirt. We
Thank
would like for
you.
you to hold that up. It's brought to you by Adrenaline Fundraising and my buddy David Wright. Hi, David. How you doing out there?
Hi, David.
And anybody else that you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Every single person on the team, they are so amazing, and they make this sport so much fun, and I love every single one of them.
All right. Well, it's been a lot of fun watching your team. And, of course, a lot of times this season it's have ups and downs and so on. But that's part of it. So good job tonight.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see you again.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to do it tonight. The winning team, the Monroe Bearcats, winning at 3-1 over the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. Football, it is Shorecrest versus Snohomish. Kickoff time set for 7 o'clock. On behalf of Todd Elvig and myself, Mike Buckholtz, and a player of the game, Brooke Barnes. And the guys in the truck, they did a great job tonight too. And the guys in the truck, we're going to say good night and see you next time.